With only 6 marbles having the privilege to move on to the A League, it puts a lot of marbles from this 24 group in peril. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and the RML Marble Speedway is the perfect way to end this 6-race B League season. As we get started, I want to remind you to join the Discord server. There you can meet the creator of this tournament, me, and all the committee members and fans who make this production possible. Please join the community. The link is in the description. We get started. Sacred Snow atop the standings, 4 points ahead of Fury, T-Bot, Fleur-de-Lis, Skunk, Tornado, and Panda, all able to manage a podium spot, and down only Spectacular, Dragon Egg, and Glory even have the ability to grab a top 6 spot. Definitely narrows the playing field here, and unfortunately for Gaia, top 6 is far out of the question. Sector 1 looking pretty good for Gaia. This course, of course, cutting out that whole highway section from the time trials. Definitely a unique part about the RML Speedway, and is divided into 2 tough sectors. First of which, here goes Chaos Kitten, by the way. Gaia, not a very good time, just looked lackadaisical out there the whole time. But Chaos Kitten will take to the first sector. There's a glass section that splits into 2, obviously the left side being much quicker. Does actually do better than Gaia. And then the second sector hits you one after the other with Muller corners, 3 of them, increasing in degree as you roll down towards the finish line. Unfortunately for most of these marbles here rolling out at the beginning of the time trials, this will be their last time rolling out here in the Racing Marble League. The likes of Wicked Owl, Blaster, Chaos Kitten, Undertow, and Red Baron Sky are all retiring at the end of this season. May even be a few more marbles with that distinction, but those are the definites so far. Duchess 2 putting out a much quicker time, 24.18. That's a good cut down, good 5-second cut down from Gaia and Chaos Kitten. And, well, she's not on the chopping block quite yet for retiring marbles, so might have been a good way ensure that may not even happen. 11.85, Mocha's in the green through Sector 1, and in the green through Sector 2, 22.97. Further dropping that benchmark time. And now we have Undertow. Last time rolling out, grabs the middle line in the glass section, but does fall right. And he'll be slow through Sector 1. Definitely no green there. And the Muller corners. He falls to the outside their line on the first one, but grabs middle and middle again. Again, looking slow, though, through Sector 2. Certainly no exciting time, 28.2. And Blaster. 6 marble rolling out. We've seen all these marbles, unfortunately, quite frequently here in the bottom of the pack. Rolling out first for the time trials, which is, well, why some of these marbles will be taking a permanent respite from the RML League. Oh, the RM League, if you want to address the acronym correctly. Top 7 can still win. Even down to Panda. They can still actually get first place overall and beat Sacred Snow. Now, it will be quite a miracle if Panda's able to do that. He'll need Sacred Snow to pretty much pick up 0 total points, which mean marbles that he's overlapped in previous races will actually beat him out, but so that will be miraculous, but most likely Panda will at least be able to slot into the top 6. He's been racing well, and as a veteran racer, certainly one to look out for. T-Bot and Fury actually within a pretty solid striking distance of Sacred Snow. If Sacred Snow has a mediocre race and one of those two really takes it right to the end in the lead, well, it will look good for them as far as taking the overall. When you drop below, Spectacular again, Dragon Egg and Glory, as I mentioned before, cannot even grab a podium spot. There's Icarus, by the way, taking red in Sector 1. they cannot grab a podium spot, but they can grab a top 6 spot, and that's the important distinction for this race. The best of the best here, or the best of the worst, if you want to look at the B League as such. And we'll get their chance in the A League. Red Baron Sky. He's rolling out for his last time. Argent actually not bad right there, 23.31. Just behind Mocha. Mocha not on the retiring list right now, and good thing. I think potential, I can see it in Mocha. Not necessarily the best races this season. Actually, we've seen him in the back a couple more times than we would have liked. But, well, I think there's potential for him to continue to improve. Red Baron Sky actually taking provisional pole over the first 10 marbles. 22.86. So, a good way to roll out and end, I guess. Raging Relic diving to the left side. This looks like it will be a good time. Green again in Sector 1. And we've dropped that Sector 1 time down to 11.60. Sector 2 looking pretty good for Raging Relic. Dives to the inside line of the final Muller corner as well. And 11.92. Does not grab green and actually doesn't even grab pole. Sector 2 should have been a little better. Flashfire. And Flashfire's been, again, all over the place this season. Right now sitting with 62 points, just outside the net of top 6 possibility. And, well, he's not looking too good right now either. Looks like his time is going to be quite slow. Can't even arc through that Muller corner very easily. And, well, he's going to take P12, last place even behind Chaos Kitten. And honestly, if you're rolling behind Chaos Kitten, well, unfortunately, that's not really where you want to be. Dora, remember, provided quite an upset back in race 1 regarding Mocha, knocking him off the track. And, well, that knocked him off his game ever since. Dora, of course, not meaningful in those intentions, but, well, unfortunately, outside the top 6 possibilities as well. Again, with Silver Blur, that leaves him outside as well by a few points. Remember, our top 6 brings us up to 99, and Silver Blur sits right now with 66. Unless he, of course, both poles and leads the most laps. I usually provide room for an extra 3 points, but, well, if he can get both 3 and 3, plus win the race, I guess. But already, he does not take P1, so that pole position is out of the question. Silver Blur started a lot better than he is finishing, and he'll have to roll out again in the B League next year. I do think he does have the potential to make it, however, as we did see a couple of races from him that really stood out as, well, almost elite A-League skill level. Dragon Egg. We just saw Glory run through there and grab P3 like it was nothing. Dragon Egg having trouble on the transition there in the triple split, but he will dive to the left side, so that will help his time a little bit. There's certainly no green coming in Sector 1. You can't crawl through that split part and expect positive results, but Sector 2 doesn't look bad at all. You're going to climb up towards 25 and grab P7. Actually tied with Wicked Owl, but if you go down to the 1000th, I guess that's where it differs. Spectacular. Still able to grab a top 6 spot if he comes out strong today. Spectacular has been the epitome of mediocrity, as he's done no better than about 7th or 8th. Matter of fact, this whole season. But his name is still up there, and, well, he does have a chance. And the chance is all you need to have hope here, especially going into the last race where anything can happen in marble sports. You know that. Even the likes of Duchess 2 could do something miraculous today. Panda. And Panda would do himself well to grab a top spot. Though he's only 4 points out of the top 6, he is 4 points out of the top 6, and that's not a comfortable place to be. It will be a tough race for him, but a good way to start it with P1, 21.73. And that's going to be exactly what he needed to do right there. Hopefully he can then capitalize on that current standing and maybe put himself in the clear to join the A-League next year. Tornado. Oh, coming out strong as well, and will grab P1. Not green in Sector 1, but by far green in Sector 2. Under 10 seconds. And Tornado, by a couple tenths, is going to outdo even Panda. Skunk, on the other hand, actually held up there at the split. And, well, if you're held up at the split, that usually ruins the run. He will come fast through Sector 2, and you know Skunk with those Muller corners, good at staying on the side and using the walls to boost the speed. So that's a great Sector 2 time, 10.51, but does no better than P11. Fleur de Lis. And now we're really getting into the exciting group of marbles. I'm very, very intrigued by Fleur de Lis and how he might perform in the coming A-League season. I really think there is potential to be seen here, not especially podium potential for the A-League, but something noticeable. Might see him towards the top in a couple of races come this A-League, should he make it. I personally think he will. P8, not great, not bad for Fleur de Lis. T-Bot as well, and now we fold back to a veteran, and well, he's a racer that actually gave Crimson Lady a run for her money back in Season 1. Obviously, Crimson Lady, well, didn't really notice. But still, we saw him up there competing, and green in Sector 1 was not able to take pole, but was within a tenth of Tornado. Fury, rookie marble, one of the higher performing rookie marbles for sure, and it does dive to the right there and takes the slow route, not looking good coming towards Sector 2, and 24-25 here, actually just going to stop around 25 at P13. Not doing much better than Skunk, who also could use to finish high today. Sacred Snow, the leader of the pack, and how will he perform in the time trials? Well, he does dive right, so that will hurt the time a little bit. 13.8, that's not good. Is looking pretty fast through Sector 2, though. And finds some good length through that final Muller corner. Whips around it quite well, and, well, actually does quite worse than Fury and Skunk. Take a look at our standings. Tornado is our pole sitter, so bonus 3 points going to him, and he could use them. T-Bot and Panda following right behind, and Red Baron Sky, one of the first times we've seen him up in the top 5, as well as Mocha, who held on for quite a while here in this time trials. Has performed better and better every time trials so far. 15 laps, RML Speedway, green flag is on, and we are rolling. Tornado dropping back immediately and losing out to T-Bot already. Panda as well, slotting back ever so quickly as we head through the first lap, and the marbles that take that right side will have some work to do as we progress through these 15 laps. Of course, marbles in the front right now will probably fall prey to that right side as we roll, and that will shake up the standings quite a bit during this race. First time we're going to be able to hit the highway as well, and take a look at how that's going to affect marbles. It's a inclined highway by quite a degree, and marbles are rolling fast down it today. The split towards the left, and, well, T-Bot has the lead, but I think that will be overtaken by Glory. Yes, it will, who took the faster line out of the glass area. Muller corner for Glory, dives to the inside here, holds it. T-Bot flies outside, will be passed by Red Baron Sky and a couple of other marbles right on his tail. Glory still holding a good lead through the first few laps, but it might become dangerous as we still have many laps to go and a lot of time for marbles to stratify. Flashfire, who started quite low in the standings, actually up to P2 somehow, and he would go right and lose that distinction. But wow, I mean, that's quite a amount of ground he made up there. Unfortunately, Flashfire's out of the question for top 6, but I mean, don't forget that sort of feat. Glory slowing down, and actually all marbles bunching up behind him like a traffic jam. And, well, for some reason they can't seem to get around Glory. Glory in that hot seat where top 6 is possible, so staying in first would be in her best interest, but does have Spectacular in there as well, who is also in that possible position. He will lose out too as he dives towards the right side. That will be slow, and T-Bot is back to second place. Glory now slowing down. T-Bot on the outside line finds speed, and he'll be back to first place, and he'll be followed by Flashfire as well. Glory trying to stay in there, doing a good job blocking marbles behind her, but she's going to have to pick up the pace. You can see Chaos Kitten here. Maybe that's Undertow bringing up the rear. Well, no, in 23rd it looked like. T-Bot now taking over the lead, and looks like he will get to the left side as well. Smart racing to do so. Flashfire and Glory have a little bit of a collision, and they'll start to separate as well. Fury up to 4th place, and actually a couple places above Sacred Snow. And he's put some distance between him and Sacred Snow. Wants to take overall first if he can. That will be a good distinction for the rookie, especially coming into the A-League. Probably will earn some respect from the veterans for that. And, well, if not, well, Sacred Snow will come away in likeness. Right now, Sacred Snow slowly dropping out of the standings here in 7th place and struggling to hold that left line. Spectacular will fall to Sacred Snow, however. And now he's up till 6. Glory slow through that Muller corner, but still somehow in first place. And Sacred Snow takes the time to jump right up to 3rd. Inside line of the Muller corner, drafted right behind Flashfire. And Tornado and T-Bot actually fall down because of that. Silver Blur also looking up in 10th place. Panda dropping as well. And Panda could use to speed it up a little bit. Silver Blur as well. Who unfortunately, again, is gonna... Even if he wins and leads the most laps, it'll be just a couple points out of possible qualification for the A-League. Sacred Snow! Oh, man, cut off right there. That's going to be a nasty way to cut off Spectacular, but it works. And now he's put some distance between him and Spectacular, as well as takes 2nd place. Fury down to 6th place. And running out of options here. We only have about 7 laps to go, so Fury will have to come up with a new idea. And right now, Sacred Snow might even take over first. No, he will fall to the right side and slow down, not be able to catch up to Glory. And Spectacular and Fury. Fury up to 4th, but Sacred Snow on that 90-degree Muller corner, now threatening to overlap a marble. I think that's Chaos Kitten there. Well, and we've seen Chaos Kitten struggle to stay ahead of the leader many times. Glory now down to 2nd. Fury finally making a run for that top 3 spot. Sacred Snow, little bit of pinball there through the split part, and we'll get around both Undertow and Chaos Kitten. And that's going to be 3 laps on the race so far. Remember, the record is 5, as we saw in the last race. And we'll see if Sacred Snow can maybe add another one to that lap record. You're not going to see that much in the A-League when we get there, but in the B League, well, anything can happen. There's a lot of speed distance between marbles in general. Fury, 2nd place, and really ending this as the standings might lead you to believe. But Sacred Snow has put quite the distance and quite the amount of marbles between him and Fury, and now Panda and Glory, who are getting around Fury. And we'll look at Panda in 2nd place, trying to get towards Sacred Snow, but he has certainly a pack of marbles to get through, and now some of those lapped marbles start to put the gas on and get around Panda as well. T-Bot as well. I saw him on the inside line of that Muller corner, that over 180-degree turn, and that's how he's going to grab back 2nd place. Sacred Snow, he's got 4 laps to go. Can he hold on to the lead? A little bit of chance for marbles to come back here. Sacred Snow takes that slower line, but only marbles who are way down in last are able to grab the left side, and Panda will actually lose yet another place on T-Bot, and now be in 3rd. Right now, looking at the standings, Dora actually having one of her best races up in 5th, just passed by Fury down to 6th. Silver Blur up to 7th, climbing slowly but surely, and Spectacular and Glory almost out of the top 10, which they started so well and unable to hold that lead, and well, that could mean the end of their A-League possibilities for this year. Sacred Snow really stretching out the lead right here. So many marbles in between that are just immaterial on the race. T-Bot, I think, finally coming on the screen right there, hitting the Muller corner, and well, he's got a lot of work to do to catch up, and not much time to do it. Lap 13 of 15. as we head down the highway. Sacred Snow already in the split part just as T-Bot gets there. And it will be hard to make up the ground. T-Bot actually running toward the left side here, so that's good news for him. But, I mean, the gap is just so large between the two. And it's going to be more of a battle for the top 6. Sacred Snow, well, he came out strong in race 1. He's going to come out again strong in race 6, doing everything he can to capture that top spot. Actually laps 5 marbles now. Arjun falling prey to that, and pretty sad for Arjun. Tough story for him. He'll need that, hopefully, redemption story next season, but went from a veteran who actually won a race in Season 1. You know, Marble can't seem to get out of the bottom of the B League with the likes of Chaos Kitten. Sacred Snow overlaps 1 more marble. Well, that's a record on, well, RML history. Final lap, and he has not a lot of time to do it, and it seems like the next marble to lap is quite the distance ahead. I'm not going to expect that to occur, but at this point you might be able to expect Sacred Snow to win this race. Tornado actually moving to 2nd place. T-Bot has dropped to 5th. Fury and Panda in there as well. Looks like Panda will have a fine chance to take actually a top 6 spot, even over the likes of Skunk and Fleur de Lis, who I haven't really seen much of this race. Sacred Snow runs to the finish line, and he will get the win, as you might have expected by that incredible lead. He really won the race starting back in lap 10, and that's how it will finish for Sacred Snow. He will win this race and the overall here in the B League. Tornado, Fury, Panda follow just behind. Points might shake up so that Panda will end up even above Skunk and Fleur de Lis. Looks like that will happen at least. Panda's not far behind either of them. And T-Bot will follow in 5th. Silver Blur, Red Baron Sky, Skunk, and Dora to round out the top 10. Fleur de Lis looking in 11th place. Drop down Spectacular in 12th. Probably not enough to get to a top 6 spot. And looks like that will round out the top 12. Flashfire, unfortunately, at 13th place for him. Moko started very well down in 18th and just gets worse from there. This pack of marbles that was left finally coming to the end, and Chaos Kitten. Oh no, not Chaos Kitten. Who is our 24th finisher? I'm not sure. Looks like just moving very slow out there. Gaia. Well, we've seen that all too frequently here this season. So that will do it for the race. Sacred Snow at the top with 28 points, +3 for most laps led. Tornado right behind, 26 with +3 for the pole position. That will leave Fury, Panda, T-Bot, Glory to round out the next few. And the overall standing: Sacred Snow, Fury, T-Bot, Tornado, Fleur de Lis, and Skunk all moving on to the A League. Panda just misses the mark by 1 point. I wonder if they will appeal that for any possible change in the rules. Yeah, it's so close, Panda, and the distance between Panda and the next marbles is just so large that you have to give Panda maybe some top 6 credit. Well, that will do it for the B League series. Season 3 will be coming soon. Please, again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as we continue to bring you more and more RML content. And thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel and making this production possible and impactful to the community of Marble Sports fans that we have. See you next time.